We are live.
What it do? What it do? What it do? It is Monday, and I got to tell y'all, this is the best Monday to be alive. Now,
Ain't it?
look, I'm going to tell y'all like this, right? My boy Tom Brady did that last night. Hey, Steve-O, you watched Tom Brady last night?
Nah, I was not.
Steve-O,
No.
you was knocked while Tom Brady was winning his seventh of 10 Super Bowls and winning his fifth Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah, I was.
Damn.
So
Congratulations.
when you woke up to the news this morning, how did you feel, Steve? How did you feel?
You already know. I didn't care. It wasn't in San Francisco, so
You know,
yeah.
I know you're a San Fran fan, right? And you do know that Brady asked to go to San Fran at the beginning of the season.
Oh, I
They
mean,
declined. They declined. So I did tell everyone that has been listening and tuned in with me through this journey that if Tom Brady won the Super Bowl, that I was going to dedicate my show and Boss Biz. I think that she was with me on this.
I
We
am.
were we were going to be dedicating the whole show to Brady, but we're not going to do that today. There will be a lot of points in this show where I will bring in Brady references, and they will seem like they have no meaning here. They will seem like they have no point here. But just stay with me, okay? Just stay with me. So, Steve-O, you've been traveling, hitting the road, back and forth down to the A. What are we talking about, man? How's life? Tell them, man. Tell them about yourself.
man, it's getting real crazy for me, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The
Now,
drive, the drives is like exhausting, but I mean, I'm
yep.
getting some work done. I'm
Man,
out.
I don't know, I don't know how much at liberty I am to say, but as everyone knows that I am a Pat a Pearl head. I'm kind of like a Pat a Pearl junkie. You know what I'm saying? It's like all I talk about. And I remember when you
Every
started.
week.
I remember when you started this company, bruh. I remember when you started it, bruh. I ain't gonna lie to you, bruh. Can you explain to the people like your motivation behind the Pat a Pearl?
All right, so we was sitting down in the crib doing what we normally do. And I was just like first of all, the pad it's a drum machine. It's a beat machine. Like you know what I mean. Like I'm a professional drummer. Like play behind some of best artists around.
Mm-hmm.
And we use this thing called the SPDS pad. Hold on, we get it. I got it right here. Hold on.
All right. SPDS pad. That sounds real technical, didn't it?
Yeah.
Have
Um,
you ever played? Have you ever played a pad? SPDS pad, Jezebel? Or have you ever seen one?
All right,
no.
so what it is, right? This thing right here. It's
Oh,
uh, yeah, it's on your shirt. This is what the pad is right here. Like it sounds funny. Like when I first started, some people thought it was like tampons, but like so I had to make sure I
you,
put this.
that is hilarious.
Yeah, they
So,
was telling me for that.
hey, bro, that's hilarious. Like I never made that correlation, so I missed that joke.
Yeah,
It sounds funny though.
It,
Pat.
it, it does. It does. Now, like honestly, I believe when you did say it to me, I was the one who thought that you were talking about lounging type, like the crib, the pad. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, he broke it down to me, and I was like, yo, that's fucking dope. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah. So this is like a sampling machine. Like when you like go to them live shows, like Chris Brown and all of them, and you hear like those like loud like bomb sounds and stuff when they be dancing it. Like
Yeah.
some stuff be coming out of here. Like you
Okay.
can voices in here.
Now,
Um,
have you used that pad in your shows as well?
yes. When I was with Raheem Devon, I had to cue finger snaps out of here.
Okay.
Mm.
Um, who else? It's a guy named Kevin Ross I work with now. I had to cue some stuff for him, and also a guy named Fred Yane. He plays the harmonica for Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, these are real popular. Like you will see these on stage like any live show, and people can DJ with them. They got filters and all that on them. So the whole brand was centered around this or whatever. So what I did was,
Something you use every day,
yeah.
pretty much.
So you know what I mean. Everybody thought it was unique with all the musicians because they understood what was going on.
Right.
Okay.
So now, how did you correlate a clothing line that was a musician that would be obvious easy for musicians to make it to the point where not I see now not just musicians wearing it. I mean, I see everyone wearing it. A lot of people are wearing it. A lot of people, not just musicians. So how did you correlate and transition it over to make it a brand and urbanize it?
Well, we got to look at the fact that everybody loves music. Um,
Facts.
so when I
Facts.
went into making the characters, that concept was like crazy because I seen like how WB and Looney Tunes had these.
Yeah, yeah.
So what
You
I did,
smart.
I had JMO create a character for each instrument. So
Okay.
that what I mean, you will see another cartoon character like as the drummer, and you will see
Mhm.
the girl as the keyboard player, and you know what I mean. All those are they represent a whole band. You know what I mean.
Mhm.
So I mean, I'm not finished yet. You know, you
What's the
say,
what's the characters? What's the characters?
all right. So the girl who is Kiki. Let me see if
Kiki. Not to be confused with Drake's Kiki. That Kiki was first.
right, right. So this is Kiki. This is a patch that we had done.
Mhm.
This,
Okay.
this is the girl character. This is the keyboard of the band, the keyboard player. Then you have
Kiki on the keys.
then right here. That's Future. He's the producer. He's like he the beat maker for the he produced all the drinks. Then I have I don't have the stuff been sounding good. So
Nah, that's good. We got Monroe. Look, Monroe.
yeah, Monroe is the bass player. I don't have nothing around right now with him. And
Monroe's a unique character because he's actually has a storyline behind him, right?
yeah,
I was getting ready to ask, how did you come up with the names for your characters?
we just sat around, just got high, and we just sat around, got high. Hey, we used to go AK.
I'm
Tell him
trying
you
to tell you, look,
both like, oh nah, that
rolling with listen, when you rolling with success, we don't just sit in sessions and just waste our brain cells. We actually work the brain cells while the ganja does its miracle healing and relaxing us. And so that's how we move. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, now when he came up with the names, I was present and not present in the same time because I don't think he called me and told me, yo, I got a vicious name. I got a girl, Kiki. She gonna be for the keys. You know what I'm
Cute.
saying?
That's
And like, so I was like, damn. I wanted to know like, how did he come up with these damn names? But
mhm.
that is true. That is true. So look, fashion icons, right?
uh,
If you, when you think of your clothing line, fashion icons. What are some of the fashion icons you like look up to a model after?
the crazy thing is, and this is not. I'm not being arrogant when I say this. I'm not trying to be funny, but
Yeah, speak your truth.
I'm gonna explain to you why I'm gonna say what I'm about to say. I don't really look up to nobody when it comes to this because even though I'm a fashion designer, I don't consider myself a fashion girl. I do like I really do it for fun and to help promote, musicians because it's at the same time while you win stuff, you're a commercial. You know,
Facts.
the drum character, being as though I'm a drummer, when I wear it around, the DMV, I get stopped in the stores. People ask me, "Oh, you play drums?" are you trying to play for a band? Or
Yeah.
my grandmother birthday party looking for a band. So, just like without me opening up my mouth, I'm getting work by winning the stuff. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's crazy because what you did was you
What up?
just touched something right there, right? You said you were a musician and you thought outside of the box on how to promote yourself as a musician by creating a brand. And that is a gem right there that was just dropped. Every artist needs to understand something. Like, I don't think I want people to understand something. Like when I found out about Steve, he was a drummer and he was doing like gigging seemingly for everybody. Okay. So now how was the gigs and how like what music did you do?
Um, I started in church. You already know
Yep.
church. Then I ventured off to U Street, all the little lounges down there, and
Yeah, shout out U Street.
yeah, from there, like I started getting. Well, actually, nah. I did my first tour. I graduated from Lago in '03, and I went to PG for 2 weeks. You know what I mean? Like my pops was like, "Man, you gotta get a job, bro. Like you ain't about to be live off the drums. Like you
Right.
not gonna work out. Like it's
Right.
not gonna like how you have a fine. You know,
So look,
he was pressing me like so. He gave me the money. He told me go enroll in PG, take a music class. Like you know what I mean, be a teacher or something. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And I was already gigging at church, so I was getting a check at church. So
okay.
I was adding up coins. Like I knew what I could do and
Okay.
so I go to PG and I get a call from one of the homies that I was playing the church gigs with.
Yeah.
He like we about to get rid of this drummer on this tour. It was a stage play with Island Payne, Chico DeBarge, uh, Mickey Howard, the gospel group Trinity 5-7. Like
Okay.
like it was a it was a long run or whatever. So they like matter of fact, the drummer was the music director. They was about to toss this man. So me,
Wow.
I'm only like I'm about 17, 18 at the time. So I do the jump and they kept me. Like the joint was paying like 600 a weekend, but
Damn.
on some weekends it was double shows.
So you get
We
more.
and per diem, like all that, like you know what I mean,
Damn. That's the
crazy.
tour life. That's the tour
Yeah, that was
life.
drink. But the only thing, being as though I was young, it was I had to be away from the fam. Like, what I mean, it was a little weird.
Did
But
that first experience at that age like kind of like change you a little bit?
nah, not really. Um, as far as knowledge and experience, it did
Okay.
because I looked at the industry in a whole nother way. Like I started playing drums not knowing that you can make money. Like I was just doing it because
You loved it.
I wasn't about to choir at church or I wasn't about to be an usher. You see what I'm saying?
So you got on drums to get out of being an usher in the
And
choir.
my grandmother said, "You're not going to come to church and just sit in here. You need to find something to do." So I would go and sit in the band pit every
Sh-
Sunday.
Shout out your grandmother. Like without knowing, she fueled the future. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? She fueled it.
Yeah, like, and I just, man, it was crazy. Like, man, people was coming to the church, like, to get me, like 12, 11, 12, 13. Like, they
Yeah,
was bringing me to the church to see me play. Like, you know what I mean? It
that's
was,
tight. Now, hey,
yeah.
that's tight. Look, I ain't gonna lie. Let me tell you a story about when I played at church, right? Because I was geeking. I was one of those kids in church. I didn't have to. I wasn't like forced to do something, right? I just really wanted to play drums. And one service, our drummer was playing, and I don't know, he went down. You know what I'm saying? It was like he went down. He was like hurt. You know, he was hurt. So I was like, the drums now was open, and they were shouting, and I was like, this is my moment. You know what I'm saying? This is my moment to let everybody in the church know I want to play drums. So I hopped right on the drums, and I started tapping that little shout beat away. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just excited. I'm in the zone. And next thing you know, I see the pastor's hand like, I was all beat like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So that was actually like my first and last time ever jumping on the drums in church. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't embarrassed. I was more so like, this is my moment. You know what I'm saying? Now, speaking of dreams and following your dreams and things like that, I heard, and this you can clear the story up for me because I hear how this story may hear a lot different from you. But I heard that you were so confident that you were going to get a gig that you walked off of a job.
Oh yeah. Oh man, that was a powerful day. Man, I was working at McDonald's at Largo Town Center.
Okay.
This was like, man, this had to be like 05, 06.
Okay. Long time ago.
Yeah, and a buddy of mine, like he's a like world renowned bass player. Shout out to Kenny Diggs, K bass. He graduated
Yes.
from Crossland, but he's in Atlanta. He down there with you now. He's the music director for Keisha Cole.
Okay.
County for that, you know what I mean? But he called me on the work phone. He ain't even called my cell phone. He called the job. Like, yeah.
Oh, that's some gangster shit.
So
Did they have cell phones? Well, they did have cell phones in '06.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's had
Yeah.
the fake
That's when you had like the razors and shit.
turf jumps. Remember them? The flip
Oh,
jumps.
yeah, yeah. Oh, them jumps was hot as shit. Them jumps was hot as shit, young. I used to be sitting in the motherfucking. Where you at? Where you at?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, go ahead.
So the nigga, he say, man, I need you to come up to Jericho. That's when they first built like the big Jericho jump.
Yeah,
Like,
that jump, that's a fucking mega city.
so 1340, they was doing a radio concert, the AM, the gospel jump. So
Yeah,
I got the call. He wanted me to come do the Run the Clock Code, play for her up at Jericho.
right.
So I'm hyped. And I'm like, I tell my manager, like, I'm like, yo, I need to leave. He like, for what? I was like, right, I just got this crazy opportunity. Like, I need to go. I gotta go right now. I need to clock out. She was like, nah, it's busy. Get back on that register.
they had burgers to sell.
But look, nah, she's sitting up there eating a cheeseburger, picking pieces, like, but she ain't even working.
Facts.
But you know what I mean? But she telling me it's busy. Get back on the register. But she
Bruh, you know what I heard about McDonald's and how they carry their workers? They post. Well, I don't know if they still do it, but at the top underneath it is the golden arch. It always say, "We sold 1,000,000,000 burgers." And I think even if the burgers are $1 a burger, that's $1,000,000,000. I don't know. I don't think there's any story of anybody that works at McDonald's can tell me there was a millionaire.
no, and that's why I made this decision to take off my hat in front of the busy crowd
Yeah.
and full tag and all that. And guess what I did? I say, all right, I tell you what, I quit. I say, look, by that time I was already playing in church and I paper route that night. So my check was maxing McDonald's like 2 times. I
And
was
now
because my folks said I couldn't stay in the house. Why
and now look at you. You're actually a franchise. You're actually a brand who is employing people and giving opportunities. And a lot of people don't know about that, but yeah, you do a lot of brand ambassador work. You help out a lot of people, out a lot of artists. Now, let me ask you one question, right? What have you learned today that you think would have skyrocketed you in the beginning?
networking. I wish I would have started networking better early. Like, you know, I hate to say it, but being from DMV, the
Yes.
way the way we taught is us against everybody.
Yes.
Always like, what I mean, somebody come in your city, show love, we still gonna date them because So, like,
Yep.
trust nobody, um, and stuff like that. So it could be a real opportunity. Somebody showing you love, and because we was taught like, nah, man, like who is you? You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
so it's
Mm-hmm.
like I missed out on a lot of work doing that because of how we was taught. We was taught to, y'all stick together. Else.
Right.
So what's next for you? Like, what do you have coming up?
Um, Next, I'm about to move down. Yeah,
Man, hey, and,
He
and
said he
listen,
moved down ATL.
that's what he said. That's smart. Hey, come on down.
man,
Jezebel, you next.
I'm gonna
I'm
push the
fighting.
ATL, and I'm gonna work that music scene. I got connects down there too.
I gotta ask you an off-subject question.
What?
Will you, in light of the GOAT, be making a Pat of Pearl GOAT edition?
Yeah, I'm gonna work on something. Hey, look, when I come down, I gotta come correct. So I come to the A. Everybody got a clothing brand, so I have to come correct.
Well, tell like where can they find you? Where can they buy the clothes? All that good stuff.
Um, Website is www.thepadapparel.com. If you see something, oh yeah, Instagram is the at the Pad Apparel. If you see something on the IG page that you do not see on the website, send a DM and I still would get it to you.
Y'all heard it there first. And like I said, man, shop the Pad of Pearl. Like I say every week, shop the Pad of Pearl. So look, we want to ask you some other questions that's not related to music. I got some little topics I want to run past you. See how you feel about them, right? I got some names for these topics. Now, I already told you what my hot topic was. That's Tom Brady winning the seventh. But I got another topic: Attack of the Clone Wars.
Kodak.
Now, Kodak is free.
Hold on one second.
Look. He knows Kodak.
All right.
He need a soda, a Coca-Cola. So look, Kodak is free.
He
Word
is.
on the street is Kodak's a clone. They are
I,
referencing the fact that Gucci came home and Gucci's a clone. Or is he? Questions my theory, and my questions is, are these rappers coming home as clones? Do you believe they're clones? Would you
Oh,
like to have a clone?
I don't know, bro.
I
I mean,
don't know,
hey,
but I know it's disturbing. Seeing Kodak. He looks like something bad happened to him in there.
Man, it was jail. It was prison.
I mean, a lot of
And
people in prison, but
there was stories that they was mistreating Kodak in prison.
he looked traumatized.
yeah,
Yes.
he was at a party and he looked stuck or something.
Yes, he was
Yeah.
getting celebrated by his city,
He,
and he seemed emotionless. Um, some real Kodak fans have referenced the fact that Kodak is now healthy and clean, and he's looking like himself again. The other Kodak was off of a lot of drugs and stuff like that, so it was causing him to not look himself. The same as Gucci. I do like to say that if he isn't a clone and he has gotten himself healthy, I like it. I think it's really good. I like to hear some new music. I did listen to his new single, Pow
So,
Man.
what drug makes you fat again?
I guess lean makes you fat, and Molly's and shit make you fat. Now I do know some people that take Molly's and they are fat.
I
I don't.
thought
They were
Molly
fat before Molly's
wait,
though.
Molly makes you lose weight, but
I know
what?
those big artists be drinking a lot of lean. Remember what's his name? Pimp C. They said
See,
he was drinking lean.
he was pretty huge.
Yeah, he was huge. I think that's the thing. I don't know.
Okay,
Lil
I
Wayne was
just
drinking
wonder. So I'm
lean.
like,
Lil
in
Wayne
my
was drinking
mind,
lean. Did he
drugs
gain
make
any
you
weight?
See, I'm not. See, I just hit the tree. I don't
Weed.
not familiar with all
Bro,
this.
and that's all I smoke too. And speaking of smoking, I'm smoking on some cookies right now, which is delightful. I have a JF biscotti right here that I'm going to try later. But yes, this cookies is very delightful. Speaking of the weed, that's all I smoke as well. You already know I don't fuck around with that other stuff, man.
But
So
I thought
look, bro.
drugs make you skinny.
Nah, I think that's only Coke. I think it's only Coke that make you skinny. Cause
Coke,
when you
crack,
yeah,
weed.
cause when you skinny, people be like, "You on crack? You on Coke?" I think it
Wait,
has to be specifically Coke or crack that makes you skinny.
meth? Like,
Yeah,
I
that
don't
one.
know. But I
I
think
that
something bad
fucks up the
happened
teeth.
to him.
Yeah, well, let's just hope that we get some fire ass music from Kodak and he stays out of trouble because he won't get another president in to pardon him. So look, guys, speaking of people getting out of jail, let's talk about someone who might be going to jail. I
So T
call this segment Tipped Off. Tip is off the air and Tip maybe doing some time because someone tipped off the feds that Tip was holding guns to the head while getting threesomes. Now, I don't know. I posted about this and someone asked me, how can you have a threesome with a gun to someone's head? So I didn't try to reenact this off my CSI. I didn't have any CSI equipment. I didn't have a dummy, and I didn't have a test gun to use to simulate how one could have a threesome with a gun to someone's head. However, Tip is saying that it ain't true.
Okay, so he did put the gun to the girl's head, but not during a threesome.
Mm.
Basically, they're accusing her of being crazy and like evil, and she was at their house one day, and him and Tiny got into it, and she was protecting her friend who was supposed to be Tiny, and he put a gun to her head. Or Tiny was in a hospital or something, and she was at the house protecting her friend, and he put a gun to her head. Her story was all jacked up. Meanwhile, the whole sex trafficking thing, Shakana supposedly kind of slipped up and
Hey,
said
hey, that
that the girl was helping them recruit girls. So I don't know. It's kind of hard to believe either
man,
or.
listen, like all I know is with T.I.'s history of trafficking, guns, now he done moved up to girls. T.I. wilding right now. That's the king. And maybe that's why he didn't want that. Maybe that's why he put the PSA out a couple of months ago about keeping his city from being too hot because he was
But
working
is
for.
he not allowed to do what he wants to do in his bedroom?
Well,
Well,
not traffic women in there. He can't do that. Hey,
I just wanted to laugh right quick.
if Ti is R. Kelly nephew, that is hilarious. Hey, what if they really related some way? That's hilarious.
I mean,
But
but why? I mean, is it really? I don't know. I just feel like
no, what he does in his bedroom is private. If she did go into his bedroom and do those things with him, that is between them. But if it was indeed abuse, that is something serious that can't be like overlooked, you know.
well, some spectators think it's a political ploy.
Mm.
Because what's that
From
lady's
the
name?
woman,
What's her name? The mayor. She's like really close with the rappers or something. And the other lady, shit. It's basically they're saying it has something to do with politics because they're basically grooming Ti to take some type of political position in the city of Atlanta. Um,
wow.
what's her name? Bottoms. Keisha Lance Bottoms is supposed to be cool with the
Wait,
rapper. Too
wait.
cool.
There's a mayor named Bottoms. Mayor
So
Bottoms. Wait.
no, I
the-
don't know if she's the mayor or the governor. But is it?
okay.
uh,
Someone please let me know. Is there a mayor named Mayor Bottoms? Please,
Let
and
me
I
see.
will. And listen, please
Let
bring that to my
me
attention.
get it.
Mayor or Governor Bottoms. That is an amazing name.
Yes,
And
her name is Keisha Lance Bottoms, so I was correct.
wow.
And she's the mayor of Atlanta, and supposedly she's too close with the rappers. There was another lady, another person in politics that was basically running or something, and she doesn't like Keisha Lance Bottoms, and so the other girl put this information out about Ti. It's a long story. Shout out to Lovely T. If anyone follows her, she like got the whole scoop on it.
All right, cool, man. Y'all go follow Lovely T. Get that T, man, because Ti needs to figure that out, man. So look,
Mhm.
yo, y'all hear about what's happening in STL St. Louis?
Nah.
Now, I
The
feel bad for all
lunatics,
of these rappers. I just feel really bad for them. Go ahead.
the lunatics are beefing. And it is over, of course, what I talk about every week on this show. Pub. Everybody is tripping off their pub, and y'all know why artists are tripping off of their pubs right now? Because pubs are making the moolah. You know why? Because artists ain't doing anything. So when artists ain't doing anything, and they start to realize those show checks are not there, and we ain't getting no show money, and we ain't getting no merch money because no one is still buying the merch because we ain't relevant no more. But the pubs and the labels and whoever is taking care of their paperwork is still making money. They're starting to get angry, and COVID is doing this.
Mm.
They say they wrote. They say they wrote the song for Nelly. The what is his big song? Underlay. Country
Yeah.
Grammar. They say they wrote Country Grammar. They say that how the song actually went was all of them had their own verse on it. And the day that they were supposed to go into the studio, Ali says that Nelly allegedly went into the studio 2 hours early and recorded all of their verses herself. And then dropped the song and became the mega success Nelly is today. Now, what do y'all think about that if that did happen?
That's fucked up. But hey, paperwork together.
Right.
Yeah. So Nelly' response was that was not their song. They all worked together on a lot of projects. However, he was the one that the labels wanted. He said that he was the one that the shows was requesting. They were not requesting lunatics, Ali, Murphy Lee, and the guys. He said he simply was paying them out of his own pocket and doing them a favor and helping them out. That's how Nelly feels.
So is
See?
this why Ali is basically supporting or I guess backing up the fact that Nelly was doing some sexual I guess misconduct in some type of way?
This is definitely why Ali is now backing whatever against Nelly. He's on the and I think that there'll probably be more lunatics going against Nelly, except for the original lunatics, and I don't really recall who they were. Spud, I think he's gone. Quali and whoever else may be. But that's going to be an interesting story to see how that one unfolds
Mhm.
because artists have been complaining. Styles P was even complaining that he's only making $25,000 a year off of his music catalog, and I say to Styles P that's pretty good because I don't know who Styles P think he is. I think he thinks he's Drake. You know, I think he's Drake. I don't know, but $25,000 a year, that's pretty decent. Get to work, son. Double it up.
Now, now you know what I'm anxious to get into.
Talk to me.
Nick Cannon.
Oh, he
Nick,
coming back. He coming back.
Mr. Incredible. And that's what I have named that segment for Nick Cannon. Incredible.
He is
So,
coming back.
Nick Cannon is coming back to Viacom. Wild 'N Out will be back. Now, I was thinking that Nick Cannon had plenty offers, and I thought it was Nick Cannon's show. But this move kind of made me think differently. Now, I heard he had to apologize, but I want to know what do y'all really think? Not only what do y'all really think, what would it have taken y'all to rebuttal and go back to a company that fired you when you were in control?
And
It's,
make you and take all your power or strip you of power. Like I don't know, that to me it seemed a bit dehumanizing. I don't know, that's just me being over exaggerative,
Yeah.
but I do feel like I don't know, I'm kind of confused because I'm like, Is it that they couldn't find nobody else to do the show? Because that couldn't be it.
That was actually it. Everyone declined to do the show. But I thought it was Nick Cannon's show. Why couldn't he take it wherever he wanted to? Did no one else want Wildin' Out? Sources I heard Revolt was interested in the show. So it's going to be interesting to see that. I think I wonder what type of deal they broke, and that would be interesting. I wonder is
I
Nick
was about to say,
Cannon
why do
going
you
to
think he went back? Like
man?
he has enough money to do his own thing. Why
Yeah,
would he go?
yeah, but I think like listen, like if a company wanted to double my salary, and I was already making a nice salary, maybe that would make me come back. Maybe they're giving me more power. Maybe they're giving me more power on the show and less power outright.
They should be just giving him the show.
Yeah, it's interesting. I thought it was his show. I don't know. Now we got to. Now that's going to be another like that's an interesting topic because I want to dig into the details of that. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, like it was interesting. No one wanted the show, and that was all because everyone was standing with Nick Cannon, and Nick Cannon must have really wanted that show back bad.
Well, I'm glad if they come back, I'm gonna be happy because I was getting bored. Keep
Hey,
watching
well
TV.
they are officially coming back. So look, in my "How do you feel" segment, right? And I want to ask you this right now. I'm gonna break down some numbers to you, right?
All right. Hey,
Five.
my bad for moving around so much.
No, no, no.
I got another
Move around.
appointment.
Move
All right.
around. How do you feel? How does this make you feel? Segment. $500 billion, $11 billion a week, $1.6 billion a day, $190 billion net worth. These are the numbers of Elon Musk. How did that make you feel?
Um, I mean about his bag.
No, about getting your bag.
Oh, I mean, I ain't really too focused on other niggas' bag because you know what I mean. Like it takes away from my grind, so I don't really be like, you know what I mean. You know me,
Mm.
bro.
Yeah. Do you look at other people's bag as target points?
Uh, no.
Do
I
you,
mean,
Jezebel?
people that get the bag inspire me though, but I don't, it don't be no certain amount. It's just, the way they be moving to do what they gotta do.
What about you, Jezebel?
Not really. Not the actual dollar amount.
Man,
Impact always moved me.
when that report went out that Kanye West is now worth $3.1 billion, that inspired me in the highest of highest, right? Did it hurt me when I realized Kanye West was saying that hardly any of that is from his music catalog, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then I got to looking, all right, well, what does Kanye make from his music catalog? Because surely if I can make that, then
You want
I
me to
can
do
be living pretty decent, right? So yeah, I use target points. I look at people's catalogs. I look at what they're doing, how they're working, because I guess that's the only way that we can get where we trying to get is if we know where we going. Did y'all see? I put a status up. What do y'all feel about the word perfect? Do y'all think the word perfect and the act of being perfect? I believe that it should be abolished from people's mind frame.
But perfection is a part of your own perception. Sorry to say it that way. But it's what different people perceive perfection different ways. So like
Yeah.
I don't know. If you're talking about the American dream, it's supposed to be perfection. There's some holes in that because what is the ultimate American dream?
Right.
hmm What is perfection? I like to ask people that question. What is perfection? And I want to know if anyone has seen what perfection is, because a lot of people the term we're all chasing perfection. the term nobody's perfect, you know. But yeah,
Right.
I hear a lot of artists or a lot of designers, a lot of entrepreneurs say, "I'm waiting until it's perfect."
That's it. It's never going to be perfect.
Turn
I
it to.
don't know. I don't know why people do that.
And
Never
I'm
do.
that's why I'm posing that we push to abolish the mindset of perfect from our mindset of moving and getting things done. Because perfection is just like the idea or the mentality of on. I can't wait until I'm on. That is another saying that really irritates me. Someone asked me, "Yo, Six, you think you on?" I said, "Yeah." I mean,
I'm
what?
on live, bitch. Like
You
no.
see me though? I'm like, what is on? I mean, I said, what is your definition of on? They said when you're really making it. You know what I'm saying? When you're really doing what you want to do and following your dreams and stuff like that. And I said, well, why don't you do that every day? What stops you from doing that? You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And
Right.
the thing about it is, I realize a lot of artists, a lot of people, it's knowledge, it's lack of knowledge. My wife, right? She started her own line of hoodies and things, right? She wants to do like specialize in hoodies, and I think that's really cool, right?
Mhm.
And she for years have been saying she wanted to do this because she always takes our daughter's clothes and design them custom. Like everything that she buys is like plain when she buys it for her, and then
Mhm.
she makes it an outfit, makes it something, right? So that's something that she had that she really likes doing. So she started this company, and it has been bringing my heart joy, like watching her get online and research things and realize, oh, this all I gotta do. I gotta get this. I gotta get this. Do you remember your journey, Steve, when you
Mhm.
had to like get all that paperwork together and actually like get the credentials to be an authorized business and be credible, right? Now, before I remember talking to you before that, you were in the same mentality. I got to get this done, I got to get that done. And to us being black, it's taught like it's a white man's game and it's insurmountable or it's going to cost us so much. You know what I'm saying? But I don't like I said, we're not going to talk about your bag or nothing like that, but you remember how much and how much time you had to invest into getting that really legitimately your company together so you can start making money.
Man, so like I said, been at it since 16. My first my first three my first like 3 years, all my money was going to my basically my designer, the guy that was doing my artwork. My money,
Right.
most of my money was going to him. Um, until I got enough artwork, and then even then I had to get apparel and work out shipping costs before I could actually you know begin to see a profit.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Trademarking,
yeah,
business licenses.
but the
Uh,
crazy thing is, none of that is harder than actually selling.
exactly.
That was actually the easy part. Like, Bammers don't know how to sell. That's the problem.
And like,
Everybody got a clothing line, but everybody don't know how to market. Like, people don't know how to sell. Everybody's not creative. They just think, yo, I'm gonna throw this on the shirt and I'm gonna throw it online and we gonna rock.
you know what the sad thing about that is, though, Steve? What the mentality of not being creative is there's a lot of people that's the same. My father used to say, monkey see, monkey do. But I say anything you can do, I can do better mentality. And that's the mentality that people really gotta like get out of their head. Like, cause bro, like when I tell artists you can make money being an artist, they like, you're crazy. You're dumb. I'm like, ho. How much money have you invested in yourself? I paid to go to the studio. Every time they say that, I be like, yeah, you stupid as shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's like the worst. That's like the worst thing in the world to me. It's like, all right, you either pay to go to a studio or you pay to put a studio in your home. That's obvious. If you want to make music, there's a studio involved. I say, how much money have you invested in yourself? You know what I'm saying? And a
Right.
lot of them say none. A lot of them say they got BMI. You know what I'm saying? Don't use the shit. And it's like, what the fuck? Why'd you join BMI then? That shit was
Right.
free. You fucking asshole. You feel me? I'm like, come on now. Did you register your music? No, I haven't registered anything. I'm just with BMI. I'm waiting for a check.
Right.
For what? You waiting on a check for what? You know what I'm saying? Like, I know a guy has a clothing line. I say, did you share your clothing line today? Not today. I didn't see any posts about it. How you plan on making it any fucking sales, man? Like, what is your agenda? What is your goal in life? Did you make a clothing line because you say, oh, everyone's buying clothes, they're gonna buy mine? Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's open you a fucking store then. Let's open you a store. You know, let's go ahead. Why did you start rapping? Oh man, I'm rapping because it's everybody knowing I'm about to get this fast money. Oh, let's go ahead and let you start opening up for Drake. Let you start opening up for Kendrick Lamar. You ready? You know what I'm saying? You are so fucking ready. And it's
Mm-hmm.
like that the biggest word everybody is scared of. Y'all know my fear word on this show.
Right.
Budget.
Yeah.
Everyone is afraid of that word. Bruh, that word
Let me
is
screaming.
like I should make a scary movie called Budget. And in that joint, just like everybody that gets encountered, the phone rings and it's like, what's your budget? And they drop the phone and it's like the whole movie started like that, everything like that. That'll probably be the most scariest movie ever. The most scariest movie ever. So look though, we are in Black History Month, right?
Yes.
And they curried my man Kanye West. And did y'all see? Has anybody had a chance to Google Kanye West? And they probably fixed it
Appreciate
because my man is hella rich right now. But when someone hacked into Google, and when you typed in Kanye West, a picture of Uncle Ruckus popped up.
I lost my max. My bad. I don't have no max.
Uncle Ruckus from the Boondocks. See,
Now.
in Atlanta, we don't have to wear masks, thank God.
This is so stupid.
He said in Atlanta we don't have to wear masks. Thank God.
It's like I never felt so safe. Like it's like I don't
It's a
know,
whole different world down there. I'm trying to tell you.
man. It is like sometimes when people come to visit me down
Can I
here,
get 10 on
it's
6?
always amazing.
10 on 6.
Man, fill that bitch up. It's
Hey,
all.
look, it's so fucking cold. I ain't trying to stand outside for the full tank.
Hey, dog. Hey, that's a nigga way right there, young. And listen, when it is cold outside, niggas don't want to do anything responsible. Don't want to check the mail. Don't want to take out the trash. Don't want to cut the grass. Don't want to do nothing responsible when it's cold outside.
Man, it's cold as a.
Don't want to take your kids to school. Don't want to pick your kids up from school. Don't want to go to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, code is automatically black people shut off responsibilities. However, white people, they want to take their shirts off, go jogging, get their nose all red.
Toes out, toes
Bro, they
hanging out.
love it. They love it. They put on them little shorts. They fucking get out there jog. They tuck their shirt in their motherfucking shorts, and they just jog till their nose turn red.
They be looking like raw chickens.
I'm not saying that. They're not gonna ban
You
me.
fucked up.
They're not gonna ban me. Not on my show. Hey,
I
Jezebel.
don't know what happened to my mask.
He trying to get us shut down. So look, y'all. Like I said, it is Black History Month. And in 1994, a young hustler decided that he wanted to rap. 2 years later, he was told no a lot, told no a lot. 2 years later, he dropped his first album, and that album ended up going platinum. Now that artist is worth $1 billion, has his own company, his own brand, and is a living mogul. That artist is none other than Jigga
Kanye
Jigga,
West.
that nigga Jigga. Nope, Kanye West is only worth
I know. I'm
three
just
billion.
joking.
He's only worth $1 billion. Jay-Z still got to get his money up. But Black History Month, I don't like to really talk about
Wait,
Jay-Z that much.
wait. Hold on. You said Jay Z needs to get his money up.
Yeah, he ain't got Kanye money. Kanye got
Are
three
you
billion.
serious?
Yeah, Kanye got 3 billion right now.
So
Kanye,
Kanye is richer than Jay Z?
hey, I didn't say it, Google did. Kanye West is worth $3 billion. That's just what my man is. You know what I'm saying? He done it. He worked hard. People buy his shoes. People didn't buy Rockaway shoes. Nobody was lining up to buy no Jay-Z kicks. Remember the Sean Carter shoes?
Uh,
I had
ooh,
some.
I
I had
missed
some
them
black
jumps. I ain't
friends.
even see them. Sean Carter's. I ain't see them jump. Hey, I'm about to Google them.
Yeah,
Pull
I
them
had
up.
the black, red, and green one.
I don't even know
Pull
what
them
them
up real
look
quick,
like.
Jezebel.
Hmm.
Pull up the Sean Carters.
All
Wait
right.
a minute.
No, I didn't have them.
Bruh, no one lined up to buy those. You know what I'm saying?
He did them at the wrong
No,
point of his career.
I don't
If he did
remember.
them
I don't
now,
remember people
then we
going
would.
crazy to buy Rockaway. I just don't remember people going crazy to buy Rockaway.
Um,
And and like I said,
are
y'all,
they even still on here?
everybody know Kanye West sells real records. Jay-Z buys his own records. All right, but that's neither here nor there.
Are these
I
it? Right?
celebrate. I celebrated. You got them. I celebrated and I picked Sean Carter for this segment because he's a musician, fashion mogul, and businessman, just like my man Stevie J. Showtime.
It won't
My
give me.
man, I ain't gonna lie, Steve. Some of the conversations that we have really be inspiring me, bro. I wanted to bring you on my show because of the inspiration that you've actually given me. Like you're the reason that I actually started taking my music serious. You know what I'm saying? And my business with it serious. I remember you used to come to me and say, "Come on, man, get out that damn basement. Ain't no business you sitting down here all day." And I say, I just don't feel like doing it today. You know?
Yeah,
There
man.
go the Sean Carters. Can you see the Sean Carters?
Oh man.
Yeah,
Oh,
just
okay.
say let's just say nobody but I don't even think my
Yeah, I remember
grandfather
seeing them.
was lining up to buy those. So yeah, man. But Jay-Z did that. You know what I'm saying? So like I was saying, like Jay-Z was one of those artists that motivated the business world. And you know, on my show, I like to highlight artists to do their thing. And like I said, you are an artist in your own right. You will be in my now, so you already know we about to start telling you how to run that up and get your credits and get your money right. My man, tell them about your credits and tell them about the albums you on and all the work you got. You know what I'm saying?
Um, let me see. Well, I done played a lot of gospel records. But my most recent record, I got a record with Kevin Ross. It's on iTunes. It's called Born to Win. I played that. Another guy, he's an inspirational artist, PJ Edmond. I
Yeah,
just did his recording about 2 3 weeks ago.
yeah.
Uh, I played on the last two albums he's done. Another guy, Rustin Jackson. He's from Detroit, but he lives in the DMV. I've been working with him, and I'm still playing at church through the pandemic.
Yeah, so y'all definitely check out all those artists, man. And Steve, man, like I
Oh,
said,
and top five.
oh yeah, let's
Don't
not
forget
forget
about
about
top
top five.
five. Top
So
five
look,
DP.
tell
He's
everybody
the
where to find you.
um on my IGs. Facebook is Steve Johnson. IG at Stevie Showtime. Two E's. Showtime. And or at the Pat of Pearl. Three links.
All right, man. So look, I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and let you go because you're on your way to your appointment. We're gonna continue this show. We got about 30 more minutes here. Man, you do your thug dizzle, man. And Steve, thanks for coming through this week,
Thank you
man.
so much for coming through, Steve. Nice to meet you.
No problem. Nice to meet you too. K, I will
Hey,
be back down there in 2 weeks.
Y'all already know.
I'll
I'm
be
ready
back in
for
2
you,
minutes.
man. We're gonna turn up the city again. All right,
Yeah.
protein.
All right,
Have
bro.
a good day.
See ya. You too. All right.
So Jezebel, here's my
Yes.
here's my Success Express question of the day. This was asked to me by my good friend Jay Caesar on my Facebook page, and I hope Jay's watching because he's gonna learn something today. Jay said, "Hey, how can I make money off a record if the record ain't selling?" Good question, Jay. How do you make money off a record if the record ain't selling?
What do you mean?
Um,
How do you if the record ain't selling?
well, I'm assuming that this guy is talking about if the record isn't doing any numbers or streams or anything like that, or
Is he
making.
promoting it?
Well, no,
You don't,
let's just say
you
let's
don't know.
say he's yeah, let's say he's not promoting it because I haven't seen it or heard a song. I think that he was just asking me the question. But let's just speak about an artist who's not doing anything just yet.
Okay.
Okay. Let's talk about an artist. I want to talk about an artist, the artist who is thinking to himself, I want to get into music. I'm talking about the artist who is saying to himself, let me put out this song and follow my dreams and not be on the hamster wheel of life and not happy and doing what I want to do. That's the artist that I want to focus on right now, right? I'm not talking about the other artists. So for these artists that's like that, all the artists that I want to focus on, you're struggling with this. You want to do music, but all your friends are telling you you ain't gonna make no money. You have to be signed. You have to be a big deal. You have to be this, that, and the third, and no one knows you on Instagram, and no one knows you on Facebook. Well, I want you to take this information here, and you take this information, you shine it up, because you're going to be able to give them a real good smackdown. So, this is how artists make money off of a record that is not selling. And this is going to sound like a condescending or a asshole answer, but it's simple. Perform the record. There's only but two ways to make money off of a record. Performing a record or that record performing itself. How do I perform the record? How do I get paid for performing the record?
Hmm.
Well, I tell y'all every week, and if you have been listening every week by now, you've already joined your ASCAP or your BMI, your Harry Fox, Song Trust, Sound Exchange, and all those good old organizations. You already joined those. So, like I said, you're really trying to take this serious and go to the next level. You're trying to get paid off your music. And I'm talking about real life bringing what a full time job can bring in. Now, if your admiration is to make millions, you work to make millions. Now, listen, don't tell me your admiration is to make millions and I know your real job is a receptionist because you're never going to make millions as a receptionist. Don't tell me your admiration is to be a millionaire and you work at Walmart. You're not going to make a million at Walmart. Don't tell me these stories if it doesn't line up to what you want to do. Now, I say this to everybody every week. We got good old Google right now. And we got good old evidence of what people that are millionaires and billionaires, and I don't think there's no trillionaires, but people that are on their way. We have evidence of what they did, and it's called blueprints and footsteps, how they did it. And I don't believe that any of those, I don't think that there's a story on Jay-Z that says he worked at McDonald's to support his music career. Now, I'm not gonna tell everybody to go out and sell no cocaine and crack and shit like that because I don't know if that's true. That
I'm about to
Jay-Z
say so. What do people do to support their
that that
music
Jay-Z did these
career?
things. Because let me tell you something. Like because Jay-Z, well, people got to understand. Jay-Z did not understand the business. Please get that comment off the screen.
Ruffle the feathers.
Top, TB TB12 number 7. All right, here we go. Jay-Z did not understand the business when he first got in the game. But there were people around Jay-Z that did understand the business
Mm-hmm.
when Jay-Z got in the game. Jay-Z's handlers, Jay-Z's people that was around him, they knew the business. Once Jay-Z learned the business, he used his hustler mentality to shift it into overdrive. And he realized that he was being hustled. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's why I'm trying to tell every artist, your hustle is performing. Your flippings is your catalog, your music. You know what I'm saying? Like we if there are any hustlers listening, you know what I'm saying? We know how the game works. You start small and you work your way up. You flip, you flip, you flip, and then once you get enough quantity, you go major. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? You don't, and if you get blessed and someone blesses you and puts you in a position and you run off with it. You do what you got to do. You don't run off on them. You take those investments that they put in you and you flip those investments and you double their money by tripling yours and shit like that. You got to learn how to do what you got to do. You can't be just, if a label signs me and gives me $100,000, I'm not gonna take that $100,000 and buy me a bunch of fly ass gear and shit. I'm gonna take that $100,000 and invest it in my project to make sure that $100,000 turns into $3,000, $300,000, $400,000. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Now I can go out and be affording myself to get fly. Now I'm affording myself to deal with that record label how I need to deal with them. You know what I'm saying? But now, if I'm not with no label or anything, if I'm performing my record and I'm registering with my ASCAP, my BMI, my Hurry Fox, and all these organizations that I name every week, every quarter you getting in your money. And if you're registered and if you're performing and if you're staying diligent and going to the right locations, the right venues, stand on top of the venues that are already paying into your organizations for you every month. If you got 5 organizations, 5 clubs that you know pay into BMI every month, go to those 5 clubs every day of the week and
Right.
perform 5 days of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Don't keep on going and chasing the white rabbit. Don't go to the shows. Don't go to a venue that ain't registered. Pop up in the club. That's your job. Shop your music. Hustle till you can hustle someone else. And that's technically correct. Because guess what? At the end of the day, if I go out here and I sign artists all day long, you know what I'm saying? I'm only teaching them now what I've learned because it makes me money if they make money.
Right.
If I sign them and they sit around and do nothing and they don't make any money, then what did I make? So I teach them every artist that I sign, I teach them exactly how to make money. You know? So if they make $1,000, $2,000 a month, yes, I've learned how to turn their $2,000 that they make a month into $5,000 a month for me, or $10,000 or whatever the case may be, because this is how it works with the labels. A wise man said, and I've told this story before. A wise man said a lot of artists get confused with the game of numbers.
And what is the game of numbers? What do you mean?
So a lot of artists will jump out there and say that they have a label and they'll be the only artist being pushed on that label. Let's just say you got a label called the G4E Boys
Mm-hmm.
and or G4E Crew or whatever, right? I'm just using those numbers. I don't know why, right? But in that group, the only rapper is Joe. Everyone else is just Joe's entourage. Now, Joe is walking around and his entourage believes in him, but Joe isn't making any money because Joe isn't registered with ASCAP. Joe isn't registered with BMI. Joe isn't doing anything. So now his group, they made whatever their jobs are that they do in the daytime. Whenever Joe calls them and say, "Hey, I got a show tonight," if they off, they all going. You know what I'm saying? If they all lucky enough to work together, then they all know the schedule. Boom, boom. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But now let's talk about an artist that is moving by himself. He got all his paperwork together and he in the show every night and no one knows, but he's registering these shows every night. And let's say he got a whole crew, and all his crew is registered too. Everyone in that crew makes money for every show that they do. Every all of them make money. So now, what has that crew done? If one of them make $100, and I'm talking small, if one of them make $100, and it's a group of four of them, that group has made $400. And if they all putting that money together to do what they got to do and keep flipping it, they made $800. Now they made
Hold
the
on, but
six.
if they are signed to a label, if Joe signed to a label, shouldn't he already be registered?
That label, if you sign to a label, that label is registering you.
Oh, you're meaning himself.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Like my label is called G Dog Music Group. You know, and I'm the only artist on G Dog Music Group at a point until I sign bundles, bag to beat bundles. Right now, bag to beat bundles is another artist under G Dog Music Group. Now me and Bag the Beat Bundle have music together. So now our catalog, now what my catalog was, let's say my catalog is 10. And I was talking to, and me and Bag the Beats, we get together and we do 10 songs together. Right? Because now I've just signed him and he does his 10 songs. Well, now he has a 10-song catalog. So now he's going to be making off of his catalog what I was making off of my 10-song catalog because it's attached to my catalog.
Right,
However, because now I've added 10 songs to his catalog that I'm on, I've taken my catalog to 20 songs in the
right,
catalog. So now he can obviously go back and do his own 10 songs, and now he has 20 songs on the catalog. You know what I'm saying? And
right,
that's how that works. But if there's a label, if every time one of them artists go and do a song, that's 10 songs, 10 songs, 10 songs. Even if that artist does another 10 songs, they still getting another 10 songs. So it's not going to matter. It's the numbers game. That's what people don't understand. A lot of artists I know wrote 20 songs, 30 songs, maybe got one song out. They've only registered that one song. But if you've written 20 songs, you're supposed to have all 20 of those songs registered. You're supposed to perform all of those songs as
right.
much as you can. Like I said, if there's 5 nights a week, and there's a website that you can pull up artists' set lists to see how artists perform, how many songs artists perform. And like I tell every artist out here, I tell y'all, do your own concerts, do your own shows, put your own events together. I don't care if no one shows up. If I don't care if no one shows up, no one. What I want you to understand is that venue paid for you to entertain that venue. It's not your job to make sure venues are full. It's your job to entertain venues and keep them full when they get full. A lot of artists, when they ask you, how many people can you bring to an event? Well, if I haven't never performed, you can bring no one to an event.
Why
You,
you gotta say it like that?
I
You
mean, I
know.
just want people to understand like your family and your friends are not your fans. They will never really support you. You know what I'm saying? If you got a really good support system, love it and appreciate it. But at some point, we got to be real. If you got people that really roll with you to shows like that, the first question that they want you to ask is, can they all get in? And they want you to act as if y'all are a group, y'all are a band. They all want to be on stage, some shape or form. They don't want to. They don't. One of them don't want to say, "Hey, I'm his manager. Hey, I'm his assistant. Hey, I make sure he good." You know what I'm saying? They don't. They don't take those roles. They all want to be superstars when one of them is a superstar, which is a major fail. You know what I'm saying? Because one of you have to get the ball rolling, it has to look a certain way. Now, if y'all are a group, that's something totally different. But if you are an artist with a bunch of friends and all y'all going to a show, no, that's not it. So, like I said, if you ain't did no real show, and I'm not talking about open mics and showcases, which yes, you still get paid for, but I'm not talking about none of that. Until you start doing your own shows and actually hitting the ground, like meeting people and on your social media, hey, I'm doing my own concert. Would you like to come? Do free shows. Let them in for free. Make the clubs happy. Keep them full. Keep them entertained. You can book a few artists that you think are dope to open up for you and be on your show with you. But I'm telling you how to generate money because these venues pay your ASCAP, your BMI for entertainment. And if you don't take that money, they're just gonna pay it because they're gonna hire a DJ in there, give that DJ $100, and that DJ is not gonna be. How many times someone seen the DJ say, "I'm spinning at the bar tonight. Make sure y'all pull up at bar such and such."
All the time.
No, they don't. They do it. They don't. They are there to entertain the club's patrons. They are there to keep the parties going. You know what I'm saying? If a DJ is posting an event at a club, it's his event. He's already worked out to where he's getting the door and everything. He's already turned himself into a celebrity. And 9 times out of 10, that DJ has artists that he, so has artists and formulas that he's already trying to format in. But
Oh,
naturally, when a club books a DJ, they or entertainment is to be taken care of their patrons. So artists got to get that misconception out your head. Now, when when promoters ask you if you can bring 10 people with you, you get in for free. That promoter is letting you know. I know that the chances are you can't get people out here. But guess what? These clubs have door fees. Whatever the clubs say, that's how the shit works. A lot of artists have it all mixed up. Like, oh, I'm getting in for free. Like, nah, you get in for free when you have a following. And you only get that by doing your concerts. Getting a bunch of artists and stuff like that, getting a bunch of your friends to follow you and stuff like that is not the way to do it. If them friends are not on the same resharing, reposting, booking, you know what I'm saying? Like if you can sell 10 tickets, all four of your friends are supposed to sell 10 tickets. And if you got a show of 40 people in there, that's good enough for you to make some money that night. And then you're gonna still get your publishing and your performance royalties when the quarterly payout. So when you ask how can I make money off a record, I just told you. I mean, I don't have any billboards. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have any billboards. I know,
so
I
that's
know,
how you make money off of a record if it's not
selling.
selling.
You
Perform.
perform the record. You register your record. And when you build your money up from your performances, you invest that money into promoting your record so that it then sells. And I hope that I have helped everyone out there with that because that is something that a lot of artists don't really understand. How can I get a budget? How can I get my money together if I don't have anything, like that? Register yourselves as businesses, artists. Take a couple seconds to get you your EIN number, artists. Take a couple seconds and start getting your tax write-offs back. Because you paying for studio time, might as well get a tax write-off. It's a tax write-off. That's a business. If you turn your house into a studio and you renting it out and you letting people come in and stuff like that, that's a tax write-off. Start thinking smart. Like I keep telling everybody, think white. You know what I'm saying? Think white. That's the only thing that's right, seemingly. But we got to get out our mind that it has to be a certain way because every company that you work for, someone had to do the groundwork so that that company can start. And if you want to be lazy and work for people, then go out and work for people. But if you want to be a business and you want to run yourself like a business, there's too many blueprints out there of people that are running themselves like business. I mean, look at Styles P. Prime example. I just said you can make $25,000 a year off of your. You can make full time pay off of your music catalog. Styles P isn't selling. He's making $25,000 a year off of his music, which to a lot of people, $25,000 a year and to do nothing and doing nothing. How does that.
$25,000 a year to do nothing.
Yep. Now let's just be real. I know a lot of people that make $12 an hour. That's only $24,000 a year. If a lot of people make $12 an hour, and that's only $24,000 a year. A lot of people make $13, and that's still only like $25,000 a year.
Mm.
So let's just let's just keep it a whole being. Let's just keep it a whole being. When you ask how can you do these things, if you I don't know anybody out that joint that's making like $300,000 a year, right?
Mhm.
$400,000 a year, $500,000 a year. And to me, I think that that's like good money to where you like, all right, I'm comfortable. I can work this job. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Now, there are a lot of people I know that make $100,000 a year, $150,000 a year, right? And that's
Mhm.
cool. I look at them, I'm like, all right, that's cool. But they roll out, they roll out every morning. You know what I'm saying? They zombies. You know what I'm saying? And that's because in a way they love what they do. You know, so I say to myself, if you love what you do and you consistently, you're gonna make the type of money that you want to make. But if you're not doing it right, you're gonna make no money in any business that you want to do, in anything that you want to do. You're not gonna make anything if you don't do it right. You know, and there's a right and a wrong way to everything. And when we get out of our ways and we start to accept that we have to start structuring our daily lives, like um, how many times a lot of us have walked in on a manager and in the morning they doing that little daily log thing. They
Mhm.
typing on their little computer, sending off their reports to the big man upstairs, and all this other stuff. And we all like, man, I could not do that. I would
Mhm.
not do that. Well, those are the same people that do not go in there BMI or ASCAP and register the songs that they write. Don't that go out and perform and don't go and register that they was performing that night. You
Mhm.
know, and then they asking themselves why they still working for somebody. If you can't do what you're supposed to do, you're gonna always be working for somebody. It's just how it is. It's just
True.
how it is. And this world is set. This world is set for movers and sitters. If you sit, I posted this week that God intended us to compete when He created us. Some people didn't get it, really didn't care, really didn't care who didn't get it. But let me tell you one thing for sure, and two things for certain: that if we wasn't here intended to compete, there would be no winning ambition bone in anyone's body. You know what I'm saying? And I have never heard a person say, wake up and say, I want to be a loser. Even the person who is the biggest loser in the world, even the biggest mass murderer in the world, the serial killers and all that shit, the most evil people in the world, they turn that way because they get tired of losing. And at
Mm.
some point they felt like they caught a win and they
Okay.
got they
I'm
got
with
obsessed
it.
with that feeling of winning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, unfortunately, people, if you don't want to get on the race, then stay on the hamster wheel because the hamster wheel will keep you in place and keep you moving, but you won't be going anywhere. But once you hop off that hamster wheel, you definitely have to start running the race or you will get trampled. And no one's going to stop and help you up. It's kind of it's kind of mean like that. And yeah. So that's how it works, man. So
Wow.
that's how it works, guys. That's how you get paid off a record before that record starts hitting the what you they let's see. They can pack the show if they wear fake double D boobs like Lil Nas X had. Hey yeah, I I'm gonna talk about that next week on the show because I could not believe Lil Nas X did that. And I was when he was
Well,
on that
why can't
commercial.
talk about it now? What happened? I missed
You,
it.
I'm assuming it was photoshopped, but there was an image of Lil Nas X with boobs, and it was weird. I believe it was Photoshop. I seen him in the Super Bowl commercial, and he did not have boobs. He did not have boobs. Um, so yeah,
They
no,
say he got breast implants.
yeah, that's what they said. But is there a picture and don't show it again? That was I don't want to see it, but that was weird. And let me tell you what's real, yo. Lil Nas X was packing out shows before he got the fake double D boobs. Um, so I don't think that any other artist should try that though. I don't think that that's going to be the way to go. The picture's still online.
It's fake, ain't it?
It's definitely fake. It's definitely fake. It's definitely fake. Yeah, that's definitely fake. That was it. That was it.
So would they put his head on somebody?
Man, I don't even know, young. I don't even want to know who the girl is. I'm not trying to even figure it out, right? But what I do know is it is time for the Huffington Post. And I'm not gonna lie, Jezebel. I think Atlanta's been watching my show.
Why they getting better weed?
They've been hearing us. They've been hearing us. So let's applaud Atlanta. They've been watching the show here, and like a lot of my friends have been saying, "Hey, you." They say you and that girl Jezebel, y'all not gonna keep roasting the weed here. You know what I'm saying? They say we got gas. You just been going to the wrong places. That's what
Okay.
that's what they told me, right? So I got a little bird flew in, right? And he left a little note in his foot. So I was like, wow, I haven't seen this since Game of Thrones. Let me grab the little note out of the foot, right? And it was like, go back to Riverdale, right? So I was like, back to Riverdale? Ri- Riverdale had her style pigeon. And I took the sheet and I rolled it back up and I sent the bird on his way, right? So then I festered on that. I festered on that for weeks. Like it was literally like 2 weeks that I festered on that. And then that bird came back and said, did you visit Riverdale? And I said, well, no. Let me hit this number now. Right? And I revisited Riverdale.
Okay.
And
What'd you find?
I found heaven. I found a nice little sticky icky jet fuel. And I felt like this is great. This is great. And then I got a little message the next day said, come try this ice cream. And it was Super Bowl Sunday. And I said, ice cream. And I said, why not? And I remember it like it was yesterday.
I bet.
Oh yeah, because it was yesterday. Super Bowl Sunday when Tom Brady won. I rolled out that nice little presentation that Atlanta gives you because it still ain't got the bad game down yet. I
Hmm.
guess the bad weed goes in designer bags and good weed gets wrapped up in little Ziploc baggies and shit. They treat the good weed like it's shit. And they treat the bad weed like it's royalty. Oh my God, you cap artists. But
Oh no.
that's even here. Let me stay on track, y'all. Let me stay on track. I unrolled. Bruh, yes. I unrolled this nice little heavenly little black Ziploc bag thing. It looked like the burnt. Looked like a burnt. When you go to the store, they give you the little roll up bag. They give you the little black little plastic bag. Like he just burned it right. I opened it up and I said, "Ooh, ooh, this remind me of home." I felt like I was home again. And I was like, you know what? I don't know. Maybe everyone knows that Tom Brady to me is the GOAT. And I needed some really GOAT weed for
Hmm.
the Super Bowl. I couldn't smoke on Atlanta Huff for the Super Bowl. For the Super Bowl, I couldn't do it. So what I did do was rolled up one. And then I was like, no, 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 no. Let me roll up two. Then I was like, you know what? You know what? Let me roll up four. Let me roll up four. One for each quarter. One for each quarter. And I sat there and the game started and I took my first puff, right? And I was like, ooh, this gonna be a good ass game. Because not only was it looking like home, it was smelling like home and
Mm.
had me walking like home. I was
Okay.
on FaceTime with some of my friends, and I was like, y'all, I found some ice cream. They knew not to disappoint me on Tom Brady Day. They knew not to disappoint me when Tampa Bay was about to get the stomping on Kansas City. By the time I got finished that first J, y'all, we was already up. We were
Yeah,
winning.
that was a quick game.
By the time I got finished that second J, I was like, man, the weekend started. And I started dancing and partying. And my daughter, she came in the room and she started partying and dancing with me. And I was just having a good old time. And I had realized that I had partied all the way through the weekend performance, deeming it the best performance of Super Bowl history.
Mm.
I don't know if it was the ice cream, but I had never partied that hard on a Super Bowl performance.
Are you serious?
Never. I tried to go down my list. I thought a lot of my old Facebook friends, I know they were saying Prince was the best one. I felt like they really liked the Nelly one when he came out with the two jerseys. And
Mhm.
I thought that was really like the worst Super Bowl ever. I was assuming some of my perverted friends would be liking the Janet Jackson one because she got her titty out. And they did. They liked the Janet Jackson one. They think that was the best one. And I was like, how could y'all say that? When I don't know, I felt like I was there in the stadium last night. When he hit my song, I Can't Feel My Face. When he hit my song, Earned It, I felt like Tom Brady was about to earn it. He was about to earn that ring tonight. You know what I felt? That's what I felt. And then when he came out with that last song, Ooh, I'm blinded by the light, I was like, me too. And that's how Tom Brady gonna be when he is looking at that ring. So thank you, Riverdale. Thank you. I had to put a good Huffington Post up because I hadn't found any bad in a minute because I had been kind of like depressed a little bit. So I was like, fuck it, give me the $400 zip weed, you know? And like that shit is expensive because it's $400 a zip, you know what I'm saying? I'm used to getting the good shit for like 160, 175. You know, so, I mean, that's me. Some people pay 250, 300. I mean, that's them. But that's home. You know what I'm saying? But here, 400 a zip. I was just done. I was defeated. I was tired of looking for the $40 KDs. The $45 KDs was still not cutting it. I said, okay, I get it. $50, $60. It got to be just zip me up. Just zip me up. Just give me a deal and zip me up. You know,
Yeah.
but I am redeemed. And at Atlanta, you owe Riverdale a thank you. So that is my Huffington Post segment. At
Mm.
this time, I know that everyone has flicked off those ashes. Put that J in the ashtray. I'm probably about to roll up another one because I know I am.
But wait, before we go, we definitely got to talk about this, okay? So, all right, let me add to your Huffington Post. I got some banana jet fuel, some
Ooh!
miracle alien cookies, some Zittles,
Ooh!
and something alien cake. I don't remember the
Alien
name
cake is
of.
really good.
I haven't tried it yet. Like my
Now,
eye.
is this from is your regular guy back?
He is back, but I didn't like what he had. It was too sweet for me. So my best friend, shout out to my BFF Monica. She made things happen. She sent the dove my way.
DC is amazing.
Yeah. So I mean, no, actually,
You know,
shout
what was the
out to
best
Monica.
strand? What was the best strand out of those?
Well, I'm on my second one. So the first one I tried was the jet fuel.
Awesome
And I'm
strain.
on the Zittles, and I think I like the jet fuel better. So I still got 2 more to try.
Now, I ain't gonna lie, jet fuel is 10 times better than Zittles. Zittles is an indica.
Okay.
And that one right there, after a couple of grams, now you might get a little
What,
sleepy.
Zittles?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
a that's a heavy indica. But I'm a lightweight, so they say. But I'm not really.
So did you see the clip? All right. So I think I brought this up on the show before. Nate Skywalker, clout chasing on Aunt Glizzy's page. I think I brought it up before, and I was just, I didn't know if it was clout chasing or what it was, but he had been harassing Aunt Glizzy for quite some time.
Asking for it, huh?
Asking for it. Just asking for it. Want to get bid on. Wanted to make people laugh. Wanted to get his followers up. Well, Aunt Glizzy was following him in some mall. It's on DMV. No, it's on Aunt Glizzy's page. So
Really?
basically, he ran up on him in the mall while he was with his baby mama and kids. If he has kids, I don't know who that was. But she's like, stop! And, and Aunt Glizzy's like, you was doing all that faking, wasn't you? I slapped the shit out your bitch ass. And they just look stunned. And
Hey,
y'all know I
hey.
fuck with Nate. You know, I
When
like
did
to
this
see.
get posted today?
Yes.
Yes.
Come
Come on, I smacked the shit out your
He calling somebody.
nigga was bluffing ass right here.
I ain't the nigga want me out. Look
you
at that
ain't.
nigga here.
So
Hey, dog. Hey, dog. Hey, dog. Why didn't you tag me in this? This is hilarious.
the thing about it is he's been asking for it. So people are in the comments is like, oh, you're picking on a skateboarder.
Hey, he famous now.
That's what he wanted.
100,000. That shit got 112,000 views, and I have just given it 10 more. It is currently on repeat on my phone right now. So it's funny that you mentioned Ed Glizzy. Did he get his chain snatched?
Now, when you go slide on him. But anyway, I heard the chain wasn't snatched. I heard somehow they took it somewhere. So I want to see the video of them snatching the chain. I don't want to see the video of the chain because you could have pickpocketed them. You could have stole it off
Well,
your
word
dresser.
on the street, because I had to ask about this. He didn't take it from Aunt Glizzy. He took it from one of Aunt Glizzy's folks. So I said it didn't count.
Does it?
No, it doesn't count. It can't count.
Because so then why is he boasting as if to say he walked up to Aunt Glizzy and snatched the chain off of her?
DC on fire. I said to a couple of friends of mine that DC right now currently wants to be, how do I say this? They want to be Chicago. But yeah, Nate Skywalker.
You got that shit on repeat for real. That shit
This,
had me cracking up. I watched it
like,
like 5 times too.
you know what I like? You know what I like most about Instagram? Some things that I see on here, right? Like when someone asks me, do I think I'm on? This is why I think I'm on. I'm looking at 2018 comments. And it is a great pleasure to see a lot of these young artists have performed at my shows. And I am just enjoying how I've seen Nate Skywalker perform at a few of my shows in person. I remember a while ago, Nate Walker was really going through a whole gangster phase. I never really felt like he was a gangster or anything, but I've seen him actually in the street in person, actually in my neighborhood when I was back in Maryland. And I was like, wow, woo, what you doing around here, bro? He said, I just moved around here. You know what I'm saying? I was living in the houses. He was living in apartments that was cool. You know what I'm saying? That was like right there. I was like, all right, bro, that's tight, man. We need to link up with the same neighborhood. We never linked up, right? Now, I know he doesn't really like some of the people that I run with.
Mm-hmm.
And I really don't never change the people I run with for whoever. I don't
Mm-hmm.
really care, right? I'll actually let people who run with me, if they're beefing, they can choose to either run with each other but whoever is the closest to me is probably who I'm gonna be running with, right?
Mhm.
So I'm thinking about these incidents, and I'm seeing a lot of these artists now in DC that I seen coming up, doing their thing, trying to like make it in the industry and trying to get in the scene of DC. A lot of them
Right.
still don't know the business, don't have no clue, don't got none of their paperwork together, and then they find themselves thinking, "Oh, here it is. Everyone else is getting on about getting into beefs, getting into stuff that don't concern them. Everyone else is doing clout chasing and clown shit online. So let me do it." The problem is, like Steve mentioned earlier, we come from the DMV where clown shit is just not allowed, guys. Like we we're not the type of people that will let you just be talking shit and not gonna be seen about the shit. Now, in in some of these states, like yes, some of these states like Atlanta, they get online and they do fake beefs. You know, like you got Soldier Boy, he like, come on. You know what I'm saying? He know no one is about to come to him because that's how they move. You know, so they understand that this is all marketing, right?
Mhm.
And in DMV, I don't think that anyone can tell me two artists that has gotten together and said, "Hey, let's do this marketing thing together and let's do this together. Like, let's make it work." You know, we don't do that. If you say some shit, it's gonna be some shit said. I see. I was at a show and I watched this artist rap and performing. He was going ham, had the red bandanas on, had the
Mhm.
red beard, and he was obviously letting us know that he was a blood, right?
Okay.
Now, apparently, there was another rap group in there, and I don't know if they were gang affiliated or not, but they had on all white. All of them had on all white. So I'm now moderating this show. And as I'm moderating this show, I'm putting a set list together. And what happens is the the group in the all white, they're sitting down at the bar, and they come over and sit beside the DJ booth, right? So now the artist that has the red bandana, he comes up to me, he introduces himself, and I won't say his name, but I'm like, okay, that's what's up, bruh. You performing? He's like, yes. He gives me his name, he signs up. Immediately then, the rap group gets up. They say, we want to go after him. Now, this is where things get tricky because yes, he had on the red bandana, the red beard, and the red shoes, but he also had on all white. So I didn't, in my mind, correlation, they're together. They don't have the red bandanas, the red beards, and red shoes, but they're
Oh.
all wearing all white outfits, right? So they're together. So I'm like, sure, bet. Y'all after him. So during the show started to get really intense. Show gets really packed. And the artist with the red bandana, he starts to perform. He's doing his set. Now at this point, I'm watching the group that knows they're next. I'm like, y'all next. That's my signal, right? Y'all next. I give them that signal, and they go proceed to taking off their like coats and shit, and taking off their hats, fixing their glasses, and making sure their earrings are straight and shit like that. And they come up to the DJ booth. They tell them whatever they tell them, and I say, "All right, y'all next. Make sure he know what song is gonna play because I'm about to go outside real quick after I call y'all up." Right. Long story short, what I ended up doing was calling up the guy with the red bandana. He was kind of like blowing me with his musical content. I went outside. I told the other host, I said, call up this guy, call up the group afterwards. The group is next, right? I'm downstairs smoking my damn cigarette. All I hear is screaming and hollering. Well, by the time the red bandana guy was out of his second song, they was whooping on his ass.
Are you serious?
Man, the whole rap group was jumping this man in the damn club. Now, they immediately whooped his ass, and he immediately ran out talking about he was about to, do all this gangster shit. I didn't see it. I didn't see it. I didn't see it happening. You know what I'm saying? And I walk back in. I'm like, "What's going on?" They say, "Bruh, they whooped that nigga ass. That group that you told us was after him." I said, "Well, did they perform or did they just whoop his ass?" They said, "You don't know who that was that you let perform?" I said, "Nah, who is he?" They say, "Bro, that's the nigga that be talking shit about everybody online." I say, "Really?" They say, "Yeah, that group that you told was after him. He was talking all this shit about them all week, bruh. You ain't know that?" I said, "Nah." They said,
Oh,
"Yeah, bruh. As soon as he started rapping, bruh, they whooped his ass." I
oh.
said, "Well, this is DMV. Can't be talking shit online, bruh. Why would he perform knowing you just talk shit to these niggas?" I guess he
Maybe
thought
he didn't see them.
he was about to rap and roll. He didn't think that they was gonna whoop his ass during his set. But that's how DC roll. That's how we roll in the DMV. Like, hey, that shit ain't no prank. When y'all seen that shit with Takashi, I mean not with Takashi, with Excess Tentacion running up and stole in the jaw and all that bullshit. That was all like, yeah, let's get famous. You know what I'm saying? That nigga wasn't in no danger until he got shot in his car. You feel me? But when he fucking was on stage and all that shit, when if anybody was alive, all the old heads saw that Biggie and Pac fight in the middle of Howard Theater. That shit was a performance. That wasn't in no danger. You know, there was no danger. There was none. That was a performance. You know what I'm saying? That's how the industry do shit. But nigga, DMV is not in the industry. We're far from it. But we closer than we think. But we gotta start coming up with our own trends. That whole trolling online shit, that's a whole trend that's somebody else started, and now they doing it. You know what I'm saying?
So Tony says he thinks Ant and Shy Glizzy is doing that behind the scenes.
Exactly.
But
Exactly.
I don't think so though.
I mean, I
I
felt
think
like
him and Cray was doing it behind the scenes. I thought him and Cray was just
him and Shelly too. Him and Shelly as well. I mean, she named her album Linda's Daughter. A couple of songs on it have glizzies, obviously talking about at Glizzy. I mean, it's a cool thing, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know her mom's name was Linda. My mom's name is Linda. So I learned something. But now what I'm starting to hate is I'm seeing a lot of people. I've seen a Karen's son. I've seen a
Can you stop right
Charlene's
there
sure.
though? Like, why? Why? Why is this a trend?
Let's just be real. We all know where it came from. What they're already biting Chicago, Chi-Town, so why not bite grandson? He just died. Grandson just died. King Von. So let's just start biting that. Since that's what's hot right now. Let's just start calling ourselves Barber's son. Let's not call ourselves Karen's son, Mama's son, Waffle son. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Whatever. I was thinking about changing my IG to Linda and Pop's son. You know what I'm saying?
You
That
know what though? What I like about the whole Glizzy thing is like even though Shy Glizzy tried to strip Aunt Glizzy of his name, it's like impossible.
well, like the thing is, like I thought they was together. I thought it was a Glizzy gang.
At first.
Yeah, so
And
I
the
was in
members got shifted around.
a group called TKO, right? And it was a lot of us. It was like 12 of us. All of us rapped. All of us was in the studio all day, every day, making one mixtape. We made one mixtape, right?
Mm-hmm.
They know each other, live with each other's family, ain't know exactly. But we made one mixtape, and I was so happy about this group. I thought we would be together forever. I even wanted to get a TKO tattoo on my arm, right? The wife wouldn't let me. I don't know why she wouldn't let me. But I guess it's kind of good today that she didn't. Because after we did that mixtape, the whole group split up. Everybody got their own copies. Everybody just went and did their own thing. None of us together no more. Out of all of us, I think maybe two of us still do music. So people fall apart. People, you know what I'm saying? Like, but at the end of the day, people's where they started never can be erased. And people can't be mad at that. Legacies and things like that are built like that.
So, do you think Ant should react to his chain being taken?
Oh, yes, he has to. I mean, I don't think he should go and start a war to get his chain back. I think what Ant should do is buy another one because that would be the ultimate stunt. Like, you took it from my folks, I got me another one in no time. Hopefully, Ed Glizzy did the right thing and got the thing insured. Now somebody online talking about they stole it, he can get another one. But hey, man, when has that? I wonder when has a chain been snatched before and put online? Hmm. Was it when Chief Keef and them got the Migos chain?
I thought they snatched Shy Glizzy chain too, but he said they ain't snatched his chain. They took it off the floor or something.
Well, you know how that game goes.
So do you think? I mean, like, okay, so they're like the bidder is now the bid, but do you really think Ant Glizzy is the bid because they took his chain from someone else? Or you really think that is that
No,
the bid? I'm
like
confused.
it's crazy because this is how I feel about becoming the bid, right?
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, the minute that Boss Biz Radio, the minute that you and I started this journey of like doing our own thing, right? We
Mm-hmm.
became the bid.
Okay.
Anytime that you're gonna do step out and be successful, you become the bid, right?
Okay.
So anytime that you're doing something that anybody else can't do, and you're successful at it, and you're making money, you become the bid. They start hating on you. They start envying you, and damn, you can't even show your success, so they want to take it.
Yeah.
And that's what's crazy. Lil Uzi Vert, diamond in his head, and it was $24 million. I get it, a lot of money to broke people. You know what I'm saying? But they were saying he has. I remember that Honcho situation too. Honcho was running around the city like a whole bitch. That was just wild. Him and Dono and them. But what was I saying before that?
About we smoked too much weed.
We do smoke too much weed, or not enough weed.
We were talking about being the bid. Like
Yes,
I was saying,
yes,
is Ant Glizzy really the bid because his chain got
right. So yes, Lil Uzi got that diamond in his head, and it was
Oh,
$24 million. And I watched a lot of people talk about he's only worth 16 million, and he ain't even that. And I'm like, all right. So I put in the logic on the radio show I was on the other day because they asked me the question on Hip Hop 95. Right, shout out Hip Hop 95. But they asked me the question, and I said, if that man says he's been saving up since 2017, that's what 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, and 2021. He gets it. 5 years. He's worth 16 million. Now I don't know how net worth works, but if they say you worth something at a net worth, does that mean that you make that a year?
I think that's what you're just worth. Your everything.
Okay.
Other
So
point, I guess.
so if he does have $16 million in net worth, and that's assets and money and things of that, is it not plausible that he could have been saving, putting aside $5 million and $6 million a year to buy his dream thing? Do we not work for our goals? Have no one not said, I want to go to work and when I get these checks, I want to buy me a Benz, and now we want to rob him? I want to buy a house. I guess now we should rob them. I think people's level of what is ridiculous is based on people's level of mentally thinking, right? I mean, I'm reminded by a time I went to my cousin's house, right? And we walked in his mansion, And my mom said, "This house is ridiculous." You know what I'm saying? Now, to my mom, it was ridiculous because we was living in a 3-bedroom apartment. You know, so to walk into a mansion with 8 bedrooms and 5 bathrooms and backyards and a pool, that's ridiculous. Surely, surely what we say is, surely you could have done something with that money besides buy this big ass house, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, damn. Shoot a brother down for dreaming and working hard to run his own film company and production company.
I mean,
Sorry.
but just because I mean, but do you really think that that was? I mean, smart. Like, isn't that very
It,
risky to put?
what the risky part is because someone will rob you.
Nah, didn't he say he could die if they try to when they like the possibility of him
If
dying
it's
if they
removed,
take it out is very high.
yeah, if it's removed improperly, he could die, blah blah blah, whatever. Okay, who's removing it? He ain't gonna. He wants it there. I mean, like the thing about risk, they say is no risk, no reward, I guess, right? But this dude who jumps off of like top of skyscrapers when he's performing and hopes that the crowd catches him. Risk?
Hey, yeah, I seen a show where this big person tried to do that shit. The whole crowd
I always said that I want to do that when I really get popping, like when I really get
moved.
popping, like crazy.
Yeah.
I want to dive in the crowd and see if they catch me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm also the first time I do it, I'm not a dummy. I'm going to pay about 50 people to stand in the landing zone to catch me. So it would be good for optics. So that maybe at my next show, everyone will want to do it. That everyone will want to do it. You
Yeah.
know, and that's how you do it. That's how you stage a good show, guys. You gotta sometimes
Fucking
bring
hilarious.
a cup, put a couple of modes in your concert. So if you put together a concert and put it together nice, put some chairs so everybody can sit down and things like that. Put modes in the crowd. Put someone that like if you're an R&B singer, pay a girl to come to the show and bring her up and put her on stage and sing to her and tell her to be all into it. You know what I'm saying? Go with the program, go with the show. If you're a rapper, like I mean, bring a, like find somebody in the crowd, put somebody that knows your words in the crowd and like have them rap your verses while you rapping this shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, like cut the music in. Have somebody that jump to know your lyrics, and everybody else gonna go crazy. They're gonna go crazy. Like wow, do some crazy shit, some sad shit. Hey, pup pup. But
No,
yeah,
get
man,
him here.
that's what
Hey.
I'm saying. Like you become the big when you try to do anything successful if you black. Because I threw out those numbers about Elon Musk because
Mhm.
he's a billionaire. I've never heard anybody say they want to rob Elon Musk or think about it. And a lot of my friends say he doesn't boast about his money. He doesn't brag about it. What do you mean? He fucking has a car that drives itself. That's boasting in his own right. I mean, what do you mean? You don't have to once you when he made his first billion, he boasted then. Afterwards it's just okay, I'm a billionaire. What else is the boast about? When he made his first 100 billion, he boasted then. All right. When he makes 200 billion, he will boast again. There will be a big deal about it, a big news report about it. Everyone will know about it. And we got to stop thinking that we got to start trying to take our own people down and take our own people out. And we definitely got to stop looking at everything that people get and what they work hard for because we can't fathom the work that goes into it as I guess a waste because I'm reminded of a story of a guy who was a millionaire. He bought a house and that was his only purchase. And when he bought his house, he tells me the story goes that he got a knock on his door. He
Mhm.
said that he realized that something was up because everyone in his house stopped, froze, and started staring out the window. He said they realized there was a white man walking in the yard. Now everybody know a white man walking in a rich white black man yard ain't never been good. So of course they open the door and he says, IRS, you owe us this. Apparently he wasn't spending his money enough. So that's how the rich shit work. Sometimes you gotta buy things extravagant. And a lot of people say, well, rich people, they put their jewels in safes and keep them safe and things like that. Well, I say to those people, I watch a lot of spy movies. They always go for the safe.
Yep.
This is like some don't. Replace it with some fake stuff. And now they got what you had in that safe. So Uzi got something he said he saw was rare. It was the rare one of the rare it is the rarest diamond in the world. The pink diamond, all pink. The diamond is estimated at 24 to 26 million dollars. The last person that bought a diamond, he bought it for $27 million, and he was able to then flip it for $71.2 million. So, bad investment or good investment? I say it was a good one. And he
So
got
who
it
gets
safe.
the guy?
I don't know. I don't know if Uzi got no kids or not. But hopefully he live a long time. He get to be 80 years old, and when he goes, the diamond is in his head, and hopefully his nurse and something does has a affidavit to let him go with the diamond buried in his head, because he's going to be watching it.
That's interesting. I don't know. I thought it was just like for shock
Maybe
value.
he's smart enough to have it. Maybe he's smart enough though. Like if he got some kids, maybe when he dies, they take it out of his head and it goes to his kids, and they're already $24 million up. I mean, Michael Jackson held on to the Kiss catalog and gave it to his kids, right? Because he knew that there was going to be a time when he died and his kids needed some real hard earned cash. And when that time came, those kids cashed that in for $790 million. So
They
Jay Z
sold.
said, "Yeah." So their agreement is they get $8 million a year apiece.
Mm.
So it's pretty cool to the rest of their life. For the rest of their life, $8 million a year. But that's pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? Jay Z said he buys artwork and invests in artwork and diamonds and jewels and things like that. So I mean, that's that
But
young
why does
man's
he
first
have to
thing.
put it in his head?
Because he's an anime guy. He's into anime. And if I was into anime, do you know what I would do? I would have my head spiky yellow, and I would also try to figure out a way to glow.
Mm.
Yep, I would figure out a way to glow. If someone told me it was $24 million for every time I get mad, I can infuriate fire out of my body, I would pay it. No matter how risky it was. They did that to Method Man before moved out the way. So, hey, I don't know what the heck happened to Method Man, but I know he was in the news this week because his
What he was?
wife was mad about him. Wendy Williams said he had a one night stand. Now I watched the Wendy Williams show. Did you watch it?
No, I didn't watch it yet.
You
I'm
gotta
doing
watch.
it.
Jezebel, you gotta watch it. We're not gonna talk about it no more until you watch it.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Uh,
watch it this week. I just can't watch too much TV right now.
what you working on?
A lot.
Good shit. Good shit. Good
So
shit.
I'm really trying to restrict television watch until Saturday and binge watch Salt and Pepper and Wendy Williams and everything I missed.
Well, that's lit. Anything else you want to touch this week before we go?
Um, well, we won't see each other until next Monday. So happy Lovers Week to everyone. Hope everyone have a great Valentine's Day. Six, you better be doing the damn thing for the wifey.
What is Valentine's Day? It's like, nah, let me
I'm
stop. You're gonna kill me.
about to throw my phone through the screen.
Look, look, listen. I'm just glad that it's after football season, so I can totally focus and go all in. Yes,
They said that All Star Week may be in Atlanta. Did you hear anything about that?
it is gonna be in Atlanta. Yes.
Okay,
I
and
mean,
that's
where
what.
else? Where else can a rapper sit on the sideline? 2 Chainz.
Yeah, yeah. Well, looks like it's gonna be lit down there.
Yeah. And now when is All Star Weekend?
I was asking you. I think it's the week before. It's the last week of I would think it's the last week of February, like it usually
Okay.
is.
Yeah, see, I have a rule when until Tom Brady is done, I don't watch any other sports. So Tom Brady officially finished the season yesterday, and I'll start getting acclimated into basketball and what's going on.
Oh shoot! I need to hurry up and get my damn plane ticket. I'm supposed to be there that weekend for my friend's birthday.
What
So
weekend is that? Next weekend?
nah, March 5th. I'm supposed to be in Atlanta March 6th through the 8th or the 9th. March 6th through the 9th, and also
Yeah.
the 10th.
Okay. Well, then that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, but I didn't want to be down there when it was crowded.
Oh, it's gonna be
You
crowded.
heard
All right.
my horror story from New Year's? I couldn't get a fucking rental car. Everything was fucking packed. Like Ubers was like $50 for 2 miles.
You got to
Like,
put your reservations in now. You got to put your reservations in now. Get them
yeah,
now.
I'm about to tell them now.
Yeah, get them now.
I was gonna get my plane ticket on Friday, but it looks like I might have to do it sooner than that.
Man, I am still lunching off of this Aunt Glizzy and Nate
Hey Scott.
Skywalker. Nate
Yeah,
Walker.
when I saw that, I rewinded. I had to. I mean, only because I seen him always in the
Man,
comments
you know what's
harassing
crazy?
it.
You know what's crazy? I'm asking myself as I'm watching this, what would I have done if that was me?
And you was in the mall with your kids and your girlfriend,
Yep.
wifey, and
And
you
I'll
go.
tell y'all, and I'm gonna tell y'all next week what I would have done if that was me, y'all, because you guys need to come back. Oh my God, we have hit that 2 hour mark, and
Damn, I'm not ready
that
to go.
is a great show again. Jezebel, what you got coming up this week? What you got working on?
Fridays we having an R&B cipher. We got 2 local artists. Make sure you guys tune in. Other than that, pretty much, Lover's Day doing my thug thizzle. I don't know.
Hey, and Jezebel, since how you gonna get into this music, we're gonna stop. We're gonna get this Boss Biz radio theme song popping. We need to get
Oh
that
yeah,
dropping. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. We need to get that.
I gotta work on that track.
Yeah, we need to get that track. We need to get that track. We need to get
Cause
that
I'm
track.
ready to, like, I'm trying to perform and shit. My one song and get paid. Y'all motherfuckers bullshit. I'm in
Hell
school.
yeah.
I'm in class. I'm taking
And,
notes.
and tomorrow, Pam drops my new single. Y'all make sure y'all get that. Apple Music, Spotify, etc.,
What time?
etc., etc. It is gonna be dropping at midnight
So that's
tonight.
tonight.
That is tonight at midnight. Pam will be live. Y'all seen the commercials. Y'all seen all the cartoons I done dropped. Y'all seen everything I done dropped for the show. Y'all have seen it. Y'all have seen it. I've been seeing all the comments. Drop it, drop it, drop it, and it is dropping. It is dropping. So go and get that for me. Y'all tell me what y'all think about that. Next Monday, I see y'all, man.
All
Jezebel,
right, Six. Bye, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. We love y'all.
and
Happy
we out.